one beside you. This one is back. What are we doing? I want a baby. Good girl. Oh, do you have a sister in here? Maddie, don't even think about it. All right, you guys, be nice to your new friend. What are we doing here? Can you do it on your own? 4. Good morning. Good morning. Why are we whispering? Mama, hey, finish what you're doing here. Good morning. It is Tuesday. That ewe is the one that had little Blackie that I've been feeding myself. She rejected her big time. And now every time someone lambs, she wants to steal. Oh, where'd you come from? Walked right by you. There you go, Mama. You gonna have more babies? That's a girl. Well, you got one on you, one beside you. This one is back. Number 3. Chris is like, darn it, another one to feed. Yeah, you've kind of caught up again. Good. You good? I think that's it. Did you have any this morning for you? Did I have one this morning? Right. Literally don't remember. Make me all wet again. This one's quite a bit smaller. Starting to get some happers. This is the first group for their flush ration. After 2 weeks, I pulled off the corn. Kept the corn salad, pulled off the corn. So they're going to get some fat. And then you get the uneven lamb size. 2, 3. Well, Miss Popcorn has been in labor all afternoon. And we have been waiting here for her. And nothing is happening still. But we are laying down now. What are we doing? I want a baby. Do you need help? Surefire way to get a ewe to start going into labor is to leave the barn. So I literally went into the house, did some dishes, looked at my cameras. She was down and pushing. So I think we may have some popcorn babies very shortly. We have a water bag. Missy feet. Coming the right way, honey? I have my doubts. Nope. Yeah, I'll help you out here. Yeah, you lost your feet. You lost your feet. A little farther, Popcorn. Look at how beautiful he is. Pretty big. Oh, you're so cute. Good girl. Already up. Are you having another one, Popcorn? Because you marked for 2, but that is huge. Oh, you do have another one in here. How is that possible? Oh, you're so beautiful. Do you have a sister in here? I hope so. Popcorn's never had a girl, I don't think. Good girl, good pushing. Good pushing, good girl. You had a girl. Good Popcorn. Oh, lots of milk. Oh, Popcorn, that was worth the wait. Wow, that was a way better delivery than your last one. You're so cute, Princess. Hello. Well, Billy's mom's here to join the celebration. So this is Popcorn's. Popcorn's missed a few breedings, and if she was any other ewe, she did indeed have a boy and a girl, and I have to go through her records, but I think this is her very first girl. I think. She may have had a girl last year, but she did lay on one, and I think she laid on the girl. I can't remember for sure. I have to check. These lambs may be Rito and taking on some of her color, or I put her in the Tunis pen, so it'll be interesting to see her records and see who I bred them to. Happy ending to a very slow day. I have been in and out of this barn probably 10 times today. Oh boy, lamb explosion. 1, 2, 3. That's not your baby. They're her babies. Another one. She's probably lambing. She's bellering. Hi. What's Mom doing over here? Is this yours? Good morning. This is more like typical. I'm gonna move these lambs and then I'll chat with you guys. I feel like today might be busy, which is okay. I did take a few minutes last night and go through some comments. I've been dipping the navels right after, as soon as I can after they've dropped on the ground to prevent joint ill. And a lot of people are like, well, the ewe licks it off. Actually, Chris asked that yesterday. She goes, I'm always worried that when we dip them so early, Mom's still licking them. And I asked my vet this when I first started dipping them. And there's alcohol in it, and I think it happens immediately. Like, I think it helps it right away, and we only really specifically need the very, very tip, the point of entry, as far as what I understood from him. And then the second question is, why aren't you just spraying them or using like a teat dipper, like a dipper that you would use on a dairy farm, say? And it's kind of it's a container that's got like a reservoir on the bottom and like a dip cup on the top, and then it goes up and down as you need it. He said stay away from those because you're just like reintroducing bacteria, even though it's iodine and it should kill it. But there's straw, and there is, even in these little Dixie cups or shooter cups, there's enough grime that gets in them. So I'll dip like the freshest ones and then dump them and start again. So that's why I like the little cups, because I'm not wasting as much. I don't use the squirter or the spray bottle because my vet told me not to specifically. He's just very concerned that when you're spraying it kind of like this way. I dip because my vet told me to, and if I have a problem and I say to him, I have joint ill, he will be like, did you dip your lambs? And I'll say, no, I sprayed them. And he said, well, I told you to dip them. If you're gonna ask advice from a vet, or you're gonna ask him why something's going wrong, and you specifically didn't follow his protocol, you're not gonna get a lot of sympathy from them. So I just do what I'm told. I know a lot of people here just think I'm doing stuff willy-nilly. I'm not, because I'm not that smart and I'm not that brave. So anyway, I take advice from my vet first, because he's the one that's gonna get the SOS call when the train goes off the rails. Someone else just landed. Lovely, it's gonna be busy. You had a baby right behind my back. She said if you'd stop talking and pay attention. Beauty. I came down to get a pen ready for Mama, and this one laid down to have a third, I think. What are we doing here? Can you do it on your own? Got some stuff to do. Number 3 was a stillborn. So a bit smaller than these two again. So we're starting to see a little bit of that too big, one small, which goes back to my feeding, which I did change a little bit. So interestingly, I'm writing some notes mentally, so I'm just saying them here so I remember when I edit to actually revisit this. Because of Preg Talks and my ewes getting a little bit on the chunky side, we've been revisiting the flush ration post ram removal, and I've been keeping them on that flush ration for 4 weeks for that early placenta development, and that's really helped with uniformity of lamb size. So I haven't veered too much out of that. I've been doing that for quite a few years now. And this particular group was the first group that I pulled the corn out. I left the corn silage in, but I pulled the corn out 2 weeks after I pulled out the rams instead of 4 weeks. So maybe we're seeing that, which could actually, it makes a little bit more sense because these guys are lambing a week and 2 days after the first ones were. So my lambs were uniform in that first batch, this batch, which makes sense because they were a lot more pregnant. They were a week and a half more pregnant when I pulled that corn than these guys. So from these guys on, I didn't realize there'd be this many left after the first week and a bit. So that's the problem with a natural breed. You're dealing with a good strong 4-week period. So if you start kind of playing with that feed 2 weeks after you pull the rams, you're never really entirely sure when the ram did his business. If he did it the day you pulled them out, you're really shortchanging that ewe that's just nicely in that early embryonic development, placenta development stage. So we could be seeing this, and it could be just something that I might have to keep in mind and only pull feed like that when I know my breeding period. So that would be a cedar group, whereas a natural breed, I think it's just too spread out to start manipulating with feed like that. So anyway, it'll be a good comparison to this January group that was bred because they were cedered, and I did pull the corn out 2 weeks after I pulled the rams out. So we'll see. But I haven't seen this uniformity issue in a while, and I've seen a lot since like Sunday. Okay, I'm gonna go get that ewe. An hour and a cup of coffee later, I've actually done 3 internals on this ewe. It's about 6:30. Checked her again, no change. I'm like, that's weird. She should be at least progressing the lamb up and out. I call it the ski hill. It feels like they're kind of down at the bottom of their cavern there, and you almost have to. It feels like you have to kind of bring them up and over the ski hill. She usually does that on her own, and then I'll assist once it's in that birth canal. It hadn't moved. I'm like, that's weird. She should be contracting and pushing. She wasn't even contracting, and I'm like, something's going on. So I found the feet and went a little bit further, and I could feel that back, the joint, and I'm like, that's a back leg. So I did get it maneuvered and pulled out. And yeah, it's healthy. I just dipped it here. I'm gonna let Mom lick it off, and Chris is gonna be here in half an hour. By the time she gets here, it's either gonna be on Mom or it'll be at least licked off enough that she can give it some colostrum and get it going for the day. And I'm gonna run in and have breakfast, I think. 51 of lambs so far out of about 120. So we're getting there. You gonna come for a walk? Let's go for a walk. Yeah. Good girl. Come on. Come on. Do you want to meet Maddie? Hi, Maddie. Do you want to say hi? Come here. Come here. Come say hi. Oh, look at that. Maddie, don't even think about it. Kinsey. What do you think, Maddie? You're gonna walk on my feet. You want back in? You want back in your house? All right. All right. Come on. Come on, Maddie. Maddie. You want back in? Oh, goodness. Where are you going? Good boy. Good boy. turn now, little Muffy. Yes, it is. What? Where are you? Show everybody your new earring and your new tattoos. Okay. You have to match you up with Maddie. Alright, you guys, be nice to your new friend. Be nice. Gentle. Literally just about to leave for the night, for this shift. I checked my cameras and she was pushing, but she did it all on her own. I just don't like walking away when Mama takes just a bit too long to get up. Its mouth was fully enclosed, so I just like to make sure it can breathe. Typically the lamb will break through when it's born. Its nose bursts through the membrane, but that one never did. Kind of just slid out. She looks a lot like popcorn. And another. Guys, let her be. Oh my God. Women, get away. Get your own baby. It's your baby. I'll get out. So while Mama back there was having that one, this mummy had 3 more. So we have quads. 4.